What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G. And hopefully I'm here streaming Trademark Echoes, because I can't sleep. Okay, I'm live, just had to make sure. I'm forced myself to cough because I'm OCD. Are you fucking kidding me? That's hilarious. They censored out his dick. Excuse me. It's fine, I'm doing my packs and deals. Fucking it, it's fine doing my... Sorry, my city's being an asshole. God in heaven, please forgive me. God in heaven, please do me 3 favors. 1, God in heaven, please forgive me for doing all sins, deals, or anything. Please undo the sins, deals, and make everything okay. Number 2, God in heaven, please do me for everything. Number 3, God in heaven, please everything be okay. God, please forgive me for doing some deals and doing. Man, that's so fucking pretty. Wygrin Mines. Echo, no. Shit. Fine, Echo, I'll let you out. Fewer woods. God never please give me do them. God never please give me. 1 second, I'll be right back. Sure. What's up? Okay, love you, bye. And then do them. Do them. And then it's gonna do my S's. Got it? Fucking that. And then please give me do the dude gun. Please give me do the noodle gun. Please give me do my noodle gun. Please give me do the noodle. Oh, hey, Reese, good to see you. I'm doing okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like a bad game. It's just not what it should have been story-wise. Like, actually, the graphics are good. I've seen my dad play some of it. The graphics are good. Uh, the combat is fun. The only thing is the story is shit. And, totally wipes its ass with the lore of the other games. And, the problem with that is that Dragon Age is a gaming series known for its story. Yeah. So, if there's one thing you shouldn't drop the ball on, it's the story. Well, I actually like the gameplay of 2 quite a bit, actually. Yeah. It just sucks too, because I mean, it could have been slam dunk. If they had just respected the prior games, it could have had the great gameplay and an awesome story. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have to be one or the other. And it could have been the perfect Dragon Age game. Instead, it's like every bit you gain of the gameplay, you lose in the story. It's a fucking shame. Like, there are parts that is literally them just wiping their ass with the lore. And it, like, really bothers me as somebody that really loves Dragon Age and really loves the lore. You know, like, having Asian and black elves. Dude, come on. For one, they just don't exist. You can play as an Asian or black character. You always could. But elves look a specific way. And nope. Suddenly all these elves exist now. But worse than that, it's the fucking Draenei. Is it Draenei? Hold on. Kunari. I'm sorry, it's Kunari. Draenei, they're similar. They're horned creatures. They have never shown a female Kunari in the series. All of the female Kunari are in the Kunari homeland. And they said that they don't look like the men. They look closer to human females. So when they have major characters that are female Kunaris and they're identical to males, they are basically wiping their ass on that entire plotline from the Kunari, which is a big deal in the other games. Really upsets me. Yeah. Are you sure about that? Are you sure you can play female Kunari? I thought you had to be a male Kunari. It's been a few years. And the story is incredibly fucking preachy. They actually have, there's a specific scene that, made the rounds on the internet of them literally preaching about pronouns and, gender identity to the player. It is the most cringe fucking thing I have ever seen. That's not even like, oh, it breaks the lore. It's literally just awful, awful fucking writing. You'll know it when you get to it. It is... Oh my god, it's bad. I mean, it will make you groan. Like, it literally comes across like they're saying, oh, is this what the kids like? Is this how the kids talk? It is so bad. And it's literally like an entire quest chain in this game that is basically them preaching at you from their fucking soapbox. It is so bad. Well, you know me, I hate any kind of preaching. Of any kind. Games are not made for that shit. Yeah, that's fair. But, like, that's the problem, is there's so many other games that do that, you know what I mean? That it's like, the one thing that they did better than anybody else was the story. That is what set them apart. Whereas, like, Veilguard is cool, like, the gameplay is cool, but it doesn't do anything exceptional. It's just a pretty solid RPG. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of lost the singular thing that made Dragon Age Dragon Age. I know a lot of people that didn't like the story a lot of people that didn't like the gameplay in Dragon Age. And they loved it because the story was so good. Also, I hate the fact that they don't take into account any of your decisions. All of the other Dragon Age games took into account your decisions. You could import a save in a Dragon Age 2. And in Dragon Age Inquisition, because it transferred console generations, they made the Dragon Age keypad so you could craft your precise playstyle and keep your decisions carrying across games. Not only can you not carry over any of your decisions or make any decisions, but virtually none of what you did in the other games carries over at all, and they ignore most of the other shit that happened. So they had a long streak of actually carrying over your choices, and they broke that, and it sucks. And they give you a choice of some default world states. They all fucking suck. No, but your choices still carry over. In Dragon Age 1, you're the hero of Ferelden. In Dragon Age 2, you're Hawk. You can meet the other characters from Dragon Age 1 in Dragon Age 2, and you can meet Hawk and characters from Dragon Age 1 and Dragon Age 3. So, and there's a ton of unique quests that they remember what you did. So, they'll remember how you made Hawk do a certain quest. they'll remember what you did to this character. So even though you're playing a different character in each game, your choices carry over. Oh, hey, here's this character from this game, and they will remember what I did. It was a super cool thing. And there was a lot of those choices that carried over. Like, for example, in Dragon Age Inquisition, there's like 30 choices that carry over. So, just from the start of Inquisition, there's all kinds of changes just from what you did in the prior 2 games. And they had been keeping that through each game. And for Veilguard, they just said, fuck it. And they just don't acknowledge most of the choices. They didn't want to make canon choices, so they just ignore most of the prior events. It's fucking weird. And it pisses me off because they were so close to having the total fucking package. Because you're right, Veilguard looks great. It plays great, like, the graphics are really good, it's well optimized, it runs really well. The combat is fun, probably the best gameplay in the series. If they had not fumbled the fucking ball on the story, it could have been the perfect Dragon Age. And like I said, it wasn't due to lack of writing, it was due to them saying, let's disregard prior choices and let's preach to you. I don't want to do a fucking quest line in a game where the main character is literally talking to me about pronouns and telling me not to be a bigot and basically preaching at the audience. What the fuck is that? That's so bad. Yeah, but I don't need to be lectured. I don't play a fucking game. I don't buy a game to be fucking lectured by any politics. I cannot stand when the people use a game, a medium known for entertainment, as a podium for their fucking ideas. And, on top of which, the fucking Kunari chick that does that is the most insufferable bitch in the world. There's actually a clip later in the game, like, you're dealing with these, like, Inquisitors, and you in the game are just like, oh no, these Inquisitors are good, because some of the Inquisitors can be douchey, and she's like, an Inquisitor's an Inquisitor, I know what they are. And it's like, oh wait a minute, the chick who's preaching about her fucking pronouns and her gender identity is fucking, seriously saying, you know, saying, oh, I know what a Templar is. That's the most hypocritical shit! And I just think it's not too much to ask game makers to respect the previously established lore. And that's what pisses me off. That's all I'm fucking asking for. Just respect the established lore. Because the fans care about that shit. I care about that shit. You know, and like, they were saying, well, we're trying to be diverse. You didn't need to be diverse. You already were diverse. Every Dragon Age game has let you play any race and any gender. Even in Dragon Age 2, where you're Hawk, you could still be female, Asian, black, Latina, Latino, you know, and even in fucking Veilguard, you can be a black or an Asian human. So they've always had diverse options. You could be gay, you could be straight. Like, there's romance and inclusive shit for everybody in all the prior games, but it wasn't for the elves because the elves look a certain way. So people are like, well, we're trying to include black people. They were already included, dog. And, you know, for me, I never was especially fond of the gameplay in most of the Dragon Age. I thought the gameplay was just okay. It was the world and story that fucking blew me away in Dragon Age and all the other games. Dragon Age Origins, man, had some of the best fucking writing. Morrigan is one of the most complicated, multifaceted, well-written characters you will ever see in gaming. Fucking Alistair, such a well-written character. Fucking, Zavrin. Even the villains, man. Fucking Loghain MacTyr, super complicated, super nuanced. Fucking Duncan. Like, so many memorable story moments. And your choices mattered. Oh my god, there's so many different ways to replay Dragon Age Origins. So many different ways. That game has so much fucking replayability. It is obscene. Different origins, completely changes the introduction and has ripples through the game. Different factions, like doing the story in different orders. Like, there are so many endings and routes just through Dragon Age Origins. You could play it 5 times and not see every path that story has to offer. And they're not just, well, this is path A and this is path B. They're major choices that result in completely fucking different shit. So it was always, yeah. It was always story that drew me to the series. Oh, hey, Ben. Story is what made me want to play the game. So when I think of Dragon Age, that's what I think of. So for me personally, it's like Veilguard dropped the ball on the one area I needed it to not drop the ball on. And it's like, yeah, the gameplay is probably the best it's ever been. But there's so many better games, contemporaries gameplay-wise, still. Like, if I would need a great combat gameplay in an RPG, I'll play Dragon's Dogma 2! But yeah, I'm not trying to shit on it, I'm just giving you my thoughts. Like I said, I won't say it's, it's a shit game, like a lot of people do. It does have good redeeming qualities. I just, like, for me personally, it lost the thing that made me love Dragon Age in the first place, so I'm not really interested in it. It also is far more generic in the way that it looks. Like, they fucking wowified it. It almost feels like they were, like, trying to chase Baldur's Gate 3's success so hard, they kind of lost Dragon Age's identity. Like, Dragon Age was dark, more grounded, and brutal. And this is, like, just typical fantasy shit. And, I mean, that's fine, but that's not what Dragon Age was. Even Dragon Age 2, super stylized. Dark, gritty, edgy. They got rid of a lot of the gore. They got rid of a lot of, like, the dark, more brutal things. But yeah, sorry, I was just going on a patented Karen rant. Ben, it's good to see you, man. Foreman, City of Rain. I love this area. See, I can literally say all kinds of environments. Uh, the Emerald March. Uh, not really. The Emerald March. The Hissing Wastes. Uh, Crestwood. That area completely transforms after you do the main quest. Fucking see, I could think more, but yeah, I didn't think it. I didn't think it was forgettable. Yeah, but that would be too fucking smart for EA, unfortunately. Yeah, I guess, but like I said, the combat was never the point. It was the story. You don't spend the majority of the game doing combat. You spend the majority of the game in the story. That's like what you spent the most time doing in Dragon Age Origins. The combat was just the vehicle to get to the story. It didn't have to be great. That like wasn't the point. It was the world and story that made it amazing. And I mean, you can say that Dragon Age is not for you, and that's fine. Prior Dragon Age games are not for you, but they're people like me who like them that are alienated by this new game. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Don't play Dragon Age then. There you go. But like to make a game that focuses entirely on the gameplay for Dragon Age at the expense of the story is making a game that's not for the Dragon Age fanbase, and I'm against it. You're not the target audience of Dragon Age, and that's fine. But that's why you like I said, play Dragon's Dogma. But like I said, it's like with Veilguard, they tried to make a Dragon Age game that didn't appeal to fans of Dragon Age. And the problem with that is, maybe they could have gotten away with that if they did something truly exceptional. But they didn't. Dragon Age Veilguard is good, but you wouldn't say it's great. You wouldn't say it's fucking amazing. Oh my god. So instead, they lost something that made Dragon Age stand out for better or for worse, and just are delivering a competent game in a series of good RPGs. We are not in an RPG drought. And see, that's the thing. Dragon Age had agency in how the story played out. Like I said, there are so many different ways, okay? So even if the gameplay is okay, you're not watching a movie. You have an infinite degree over how the story plays out in Dragon Age Origins. It is not just passively sitting by. You decide so many different variables. There is hundreds of possible endings in Dragon Age Origins. So there's still a great deal of player agency. Well, like I said, you don't like Dragon Age. That's fine. But, like, your opinion on Dragon Age doesn't carry a lot of weight because you're not a fan of Dragon Age. And I am. So you telling me that you like Dragon Age Veilguard when you didn't like the prior Dragon Age games honestly tells me that I most likely would not like Veilguard. And that's what I'm saying. It's great that they cater to people like you that didn't like Dragon Age. The problem with that is they lost the fan base, and ultimately that fan base is what kept Dragon Age on the map. It may not be for you, but it was for me. It was for the fans. And now it's for nobody. Like I said, because it's a pretty competent RPG. But competent is not going to make you stand out. And they lost the dedicated fan base, and they didn't really gain mass appeal. The game actually sold very poorly. Because most people are like, well, I'll just play Baldur's Gate 3. And, you know, like, if you're not a fan of Dragon Age, I get it. That's fine. It's not for everybody. But to cater to you would mean to make something that wasn't Dragon Age. And that's what they did. And it was a mistake. For, you know, like, I'm not a big fan of tactical role-playing games. So if they made a tactical role-playing game that catered to me, it would be like, well, that's great for me. That's great for people that aren't normally into it. But the people who are into tactical role-playing games would be like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. The story was the constant, though. Up until Veilguard, there was not a Dragon Age with a bad story. With Dragon Age Veilguard, they did the thing that we talked about they should never do. They tried to go for mass appeal. And did it work out for them? No, it did not. Dragon Age Veilguard is like the worst selling Dragon Age game ever. They, you know, not everybody liked Dragon Age. But the people that like Dragon Age really like Dragon Age. So, you know, there was a passionate fan base. And with Veilguard, EA was trying to get that sweet, sweet Baldur's Gate 3 money. And was trying to appeal to a mass demographic. And that almost never goes well. And look, it didn't go well. The game was on PS Plus like a month after launch. That's pretty bad. I don't think I've ever seen fucking EA do that before now. Fucking ever. You know, like I said, people can complain all they want to. But most of the people will tell you it was the gameplay. Or not the gameplay, it was the story that set Dragon Age apart. Even if you talk to those people about gameplay, they will tell you it's the story that made them love the game. Maybe. I hope you did. I hope you do. You know, if you like the story and you get into the story, more power to you. I think that it's fucking terrible. Every bit of writing that I have seen from that fucking game is awful, and not just awful for Dragon Age. It is sophomoric and fucking cringe. And I don't use that word often. I think cringe is overused. It is cringe. I reject it in its entirety. It is there to fucking preach to people and to convey a message. I don't like that for anything. But, you know, you like what you like, and I'm not going to dissuade you from liking what you like, but I have made my peace. I've said my piece. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not interested in Veilguard. And, yeah, I'm going to change the subject now. Because I respect your opinion, I just don't agree with it. Yeah. This is Sparta, bitch! Yeah, Dragon Age. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And, I kind of understand why. I mean, it is crazy fucking ambitious. I don't think I've ever seen a more ambitious RPG. So it, probably takes a long time to get ready. So I kind of understand why they want to make sure it's great. Massive, massive world full of shit. Next level graphics. Fucking climbing every building. Hundreds of hours of gameplay. Dragon flying islands in the sky. DMC-like combat with tons of customization. Like, it is fucking absurdly ambitious. The only reason that they're able to make it like they made it is because they took all the money from Black Desert. The guys did the same team that did Black Desert. And, and Black Desert is a money-making fucking machine. But, Crimson Desert is a passion project. The director for Black Desert wanted to make a single-player RPG. That was his passion game. So they basically are taking the ridiculous amount of money that they've made from Black Desert and investing it into Crimson Desert. That's the only reason they've been able to make a game of this scale. Oh yeah, for sure. But, they want to make sure it's absolutely polished at launch, which is a fair thing. And they want to probably get out of the fall release cycle, because end of the year is going to be packed. Yeah. I think it looks awesome. I'd rather them take the time to make sure that it's done instead of release it, too soon. It's the same thing that happened to Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. It was supposed to come out near the end of this year, and they pushed it into early next year, some undisclosed date, because they wanted to make sure it's absolutely banging. And yeah, for one, it looks super ambitious. And for two, with Avengers, they launched it before it was ready, and they paid dearly for that. So it's absolutely was the right decision to delay it. But I think if it's given the proper polish it needs, that game is going to be crazy fucking good. I mean, that game is like the prettiest game I've ever seen. The fucking character models they showed were on another level. People were wondering if it was like real footage. They actually, at the fucking big reveal of the game, they actually had to stop and engage dead mode. To literally show people, no, this is in-game. I mean, so, like, visually, I don't think I've ever seen a prettier game. It looks fucking insane. The character models were like literally like Uncanny Valley, like fuck. And a fucking Marvel game set in World War II, Captain America fighting the Nazis, Black Panther, like T'Challa's granddad. I mean, the potential is fucking there. And it's directed and written by Amy Hennig, and I've always loved Amy Hennig. She did the Legacy of Kain games, some of my all-time favorite, Uncharted. So I have faith that a game directed and written by her will be fucking sick. If they don't fuck it up. So it was absolutely the right idea to delay it. Well, there you go. It's probably just taken a long time to release because it's a small team, you know what I mean? Yeah. It definitely looks really cool. Yeah. Well, let's just hope they are able to make it up to quality because that just sounds insanely ambitious. There are fucking major games with huge budgets that haven't been able to deliver to that quality. I'm rooting for them. I love this game so much, I really do. Perpetua Flower Fields. Yeah, this place is awesome. Well, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, shit, that's right. I have new equipment. I forgot about that. Yeah, but like I said, those are their RPGs. RPGs should put the focus on the story. They're role playing games. Yeah, or are you talking about Chained Echoes? Okay, well, it's hard to tell sometimes, yeah. Oh yeah, shit, the team that did Octopath Traveler, they're not just doing Octopath Zero, they're, doing a new game, I forget the name, it's some, like, The Legend of something, and it's, like, has the same look as Octopath Traveler, but it's real-time combat, like Sword of Mana. Looks really good. I'm definitely gonna be checking it out. Yeah, they call them Team Asano. It's not like their official name, but they like all those games are led by a main guy Asano, and yeah, they're all fucking great. Octopath, 1 and 2, Live a Life, remake. You know, like they just do consistently quality games. They basically came up with the whole HD 2D art style, and I'm a huge fan of that art style. I love the mixture of 3D polygon environments with the diorama look and the pixel characters. I think that was an incredibly great way, and it's a kind of way to combine the old and new sensibilities. And, you know, I need to, one of these days, get around to playing the Dragon Quest III remake. I've heard nothing but good things. It's been on my list for a while, I just haven't got around to it. And also get the Star Ocean 2 remake, because that, I played the demo for that. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I played the demo for, Star Ocean 2 remake, and it was fucking awesome. I just couldn't afford it at the time, and then I didn't get back to it, but it was actually fucking awesome. Yeah, generally speaking, when they set their mind to it, man, Hironobu Skaichi, he does some really fucking great stuff. Like, really good. Everything he's done after Final Fantasy I have loved. Blue Dragon, fucking awesome. Lost Odyssey, one of my favorite games of all time. The Last Story, really good. Now Neo Fantasian. When he commits to making a fucking RPG, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. I hope he gets a chance to do another big budget game, though. Like Lost Odyssey. Like, I shudder to think what he could do with a more modern game. With a big budget. Honestly, it'd be fucking amazing. They're also talking about, they're seriously now considering remaking Chrono Trigger in the 2D HD style, and I have to be honest with you, if that happened, I would fucking lose it. I just wanted them to port Chrono Trigger. It is like one of the all-time fucking greatest games of all time. I've said that twice, sorry. It really does live up to hype. No, seriously. Asano and the guys who were behind Chrono Trigger have said they're considering it. Obviously, it could be years till we see it, but they've already actually talked about it and said, well, we think it's time to revisit Chrono Trigger, and they said 2D HD is a good look, so they're already dropping hints. And that's literally from the people at Square Enix saying, you know, that, so and the people that do them. Yeah, like, I just wanted a port. Of, Chrono Trigger. Because it's, like, one of the most popular games of all time, and it's not on any modern systems. You know what I mean? And the last time was DS. So it's so weird to me. Like, Square Enix will re-release other games to death. I love Chrono Trigger. I love Chrono Cross. But even I was like, why would you port Chrono Cross before Chrono Trigger? So I just wanted them to fucking port it, and then I'm like, oh shit, if they fucking remake it in 2D HD with all these modern amenities and extra content, I will lose my shit. Like, that is like the fucking dream project. Yeah. And I just think Chrono Trigger would look so fucking good with that art style. Like, I honestly, like, thinking, it's, like, made for it. And, you know, there's been all these different ports of Chrono Trigger over the years, and each one did certain things well, and they weirdly never combined all of them. This is their chance to combine all the stuff the DS version added, all the stuff, you know what I mean? And more on top of it. Plus, it's more than just about Chrono Trigger. If they do an HD 2D remake of Chrono Trigger, and it does well, and they get new people into it, we might actually see a third fucking game. You know what I mean? Like, this could actually be a revival of the series, besides just Chrono Trigger. So it's not just it's what it opens the door for. So, you know, by the name of all that is holy, make this happen. You know it'll make money. You know that if they do a proper, like, a high-quality 2D HD remake of Chrono Trigger, that thing will sell fucking bundles. Like, I guarantee it is like the surest fucking slam dunk. The only way it would not work is if they dropped the ball on the quality. Well, I mean, probably not. You know? But that's honestly not really doable. I just want more games in the series. And, you know, I want them to do it the way they did Chrono Cross. You know, even back then, even in the fucking 90s, Chrono Trigger reached legendary status. You know? So with Chrono Cross, like, well, we're probably not gonna match this if we try to redo it, so they made Chrono Cross very different, and it was great. Some people hated it because it was not Chrono Trigger 2, but it was a great fucking game in its own right. If they do a third Chrono game, they don't have to try and redo Chrono Trigger or make it more the same. They can take certain ideas and make it its own thing, and then they're not trying to compete. Oh man, yeah, see? Dude, yeah. Once again, if they if they did fucking a 2D HD of fucking Earthbound, oh my god, like, and that's what I'm saying, like, dude, there's so many games left open for 2D HD where that style would be amazing. And not only is it, like, ripe for it, but it's perfect because, yeah, exactly, it's perfect because it doesn't cost as much money to make as a full, like, polygonal remake, like a full 3D remake. A lot of these, Secret Evermore, my parents love that game. A lot of these games, man, to make a full 3D remake, like, you know, like Final Fantasy got 7, would be insanely cost prohibitive. That's why it took so long for them to do 7, because of the scale of it. So a lot of these games would never get a remake. But the thing about the HD 2D is that it's nowhere near as expensive to make. It's a massive upgrade over the original style, but it's not anywhere near as expensive as doing like a fully 3D polygonal remake. So it actually opens up the chance for a lot of these older games without huge fan bases to get remakes. Because, like, Final Fantasy VII was able to get a full 3D polygonal remake because it's fucking Final Fantasy VII. Most games don't have that level of affection even if they have a dedicated fan base. But then you do 2D HD, and it's nowhere near expensive, and suddenly it becomes a reality. They can actually fucking do it. So, like, Live a Life. The fucking remake of that is fucking amazing. Live a Life is a super great game. It's got a dedicated fan base, but it doesn't have what you call mass appeal. It never would have gotten a full fucking 3D remake. But because they were able to go through and do an awesome 2D HD remake, they were able to make it happen. You know, so there's a lot of these games like Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Evermore, Terigama, like you said, that would be ripe for a 2D HD remake, where they could remake them and upgrade them without spending an insane amount of money that wouldn't be feasible for a game with a cult following and niche status. Like, I mean, it's just fucking, you know, it would print money. Like I said, if they did a 2D HD remake of Chrono Trigger, guarantee you that game would sell bundles. They did a 2D HD remake of Earthbound, it would sell sacks. See, you know what I mean? Like, it is just waiting to be explored. Well, yeah, exactly. That's also a fair point. That's a fair point. And that's the thing that's so great about the 2D HD, is it upgrades them, but it preserves the original aesthetic. You know what I mean? If done right, it preserves the original look, just better. So, yeah. Like, that's a valid point. So, you know, like, there's, like, it is such a valid market. And, you know, they've only done a couple of them because it's pretty much been one team that does the 2D HD, the Asano team, and they're not a major team, so they can only do so many games at once, you know what I mean? But there's, like, a room for so many people to do that and do it well. And then it created actually, a thing on the market because then other games were trying to do it. Like, Eiyuden Chronicles, I fucking love that game. 111 hours into it. Still going to put more hours into it. That was them saying, hey, we should try doing the 2D HD art style. And it fucking worked. And was awesome. So, like, it's a gold mine. Like, there's so much potential there, you know? So many of these classic RPGs would benefit from that art style. And I think they're probably going to end up eventually doing most of the Dragon Quest games. Remaking that style, and I'm down for it. You know, they started with 3 because 3 is the earliest in the timeline for Dragon Quest. And 1 and 2 actually take place after, and are smaller games. So Square Enix, it seems like, oh, why would you do 3 first? Well, because it takes place before. And 1 and 2 are smaller games, so it actually made a lot of sense for them to combine 1 and 2 into a massive game. Okay, well, that's interesting. So, like, you know, uh, it actually was a great decision, and, you know, there's so many other fucking games for them to do that for. Dragon Quest IV, Dragon Quest V, Dragon Quest VI, Dragon Quest VII, those were all pixel games. Those would all greatly benefit. Dragon Quest fucking Monsters, man. Fuck, even the DS exclusive one, Dragon Quest IX, that would benefit from the pixel art. Or the 2D HD, you know? Fuck, dude, you know, like, speaking of remakes, you know, I know they technically already remade Ocarina of Time. You know, they've already made Ocarina of Time for 3DS, dude, but I would fucking kill. I would kill. For a fucking, modern remake of Ocarina of Time. Not trying to turn it into Breath of the Wild, mind you, because that would be a mistake. But imagine... you know... like a full fucking, you know, remake on the Switch, too. That would be fucking insane. And, like, I like Breath of the Wild, and I like Tears of the Kingdom. I love them, but I kind of want the classic Zelda experience. Yeah, Majora's Mask, yeah. I have both of them. Yeah, well, that's not what I'm talking about. Yeah, if they could just... they could just do fucking... yeah, they could just do, like, a proper fucking dungeon. I would be totally fine with that. I want a classic Zelda dungeon. There's nothing like the classic Zelda dungeons. Which, by the way, those Zelda 1 and 2 had. Yeah. 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 There's just nothing like a classic Zelda dungeon, and I miss it. And it's the only thing that they really lost with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom made bigger improvements to the dungeons. It still wasn't the same. It was a major step up. I thought the dungeons in Breath of the Wild were actually kind of shitty. Yeah. Hot take, I actually love Spirit Tracks. It's Phantom Hourglass that I think is fucking garbage. Probably my least favorite Zelda. That Nintendo made. I don't count the CDI games. Phantom Hourglass felt like a shittier version of Wind Waker, and the fucking Temple of the Ocean King was the most frustrating fucking thing, and having to redo it over and over again endlessly just fucking sucked so much. At least fucking Spirit Tracks felt like its own thing. It had its own unique vibe. Didn't just feel like a worse version of fucking Wind Waker. Oh, that's cool. I didn't really get a chance to play Four Swords much because I didn't have anyone to play it with, and back in the day it was ridiculously hard to get it set up. You had to have 4 Game Boys, 4 link cables, 4 friends. Yeah, I'm a huge Zelda fan as well. You just don't see me playing most of them because Nintendo shit doesn't have built-in streaming. You probably actually, now that once I get the laptop set up, I'm probably going to play the classic Zelda games. At the very least, I'm gonna play A Link to the Past. I fucking love that game. Yeah, that'd be amazing. Like, I'm glad that they gave Link's Awakening love, but you know, I would much rather have a fucking remake of Link to the Past. Yeah. I don't even know how many times I've beaten A Link to the Past. A lot. Like, a lot. I played it on Game Boy originally, the Game Boy Advance version. That was where I played it. Obviously, I was a little bit too young to make it to the original NES version, but it's virtually identical in every way, and I played the fucking shit out of that. I love Skyward Sword, yeah. I've 100% completed Skyward Sword several times. For me, my favorite Zelda game is Twilight Princess, pretty much always has been. Yeah, it was. I think it's the best combat of any Zelda game. And Demise is the best version of Ganon. I will die on that hill. I really wish we got more fucking versions of Demise, man. Yeah. I played a bit of a Lunder. I need to play the whole thing. I own it, technically. And then, a Lunder 2. I need to try a Lunder 2. I never really tried a Lunder 2. Ah, that's sad. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back and play more of that. I did the start of that, and it was great. I have a list of games I need to play more of. Yeah, memories like that stay with you. Yeah. Yeah. I was not expecting them to get, like, so fucking deep into that shit right away. That game immediately has you thinking, what the fuck? Yeah, I hope so. It was great from what I played of it, so... I just got away from it. I need to get back to it. It wasn't a problem with the actual game. I thought it was great what I played. Maybe we'll go. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break. I'll be back.